muna because I'm not really a professional trainer for this specific topic, pero for sure, with my experience and hopefully, no, sa mga tips na bibigay ko, makatulong po sa inyo through in public speaking. So, let me share muna my screen. Ayan. So good morning. So chat naman tayo sa ating chat room ng Gold Morning. Attract na natin ang ating Gold Directorship. Ayan. So let me share my screen. Ayan. There. So again, hello. Good morning everyone. I am Regine Santos. So nabanggit naman no ng ating poging-poging goal director, Coach Rai, ang aking background. So I'm Regine Santos. So I'm a licensed psychometrician nga po and one of your intensity advisor and USANA Silver Director. Ay, all right. And of course, best known as one of our intensities host. So actually, I'm one of the first intensity host po, no? Since intensity started in 2018. So even before pa po magkaroon ng mga Zoom meetings, Zoom trainings, so I'm already doing live hosting sa mga HIIT, sa mga product training and other trainings natin. And also, of course, I also did big events na rin even in our Zoom trainings. Ayan, so ako isa sa mga pinaka hindi ko makakalimutan no na naging hosting experience ko was Conquer because imagine you guys no if you're going to step up as a host then like me, marami kayong makikilala, not only the mentors no but also speakers outside Yusana na nai-invite natin so you could be a bit closer sa kanila, 'di ba? Tama ba? Pagka part ka of the volunteers or especially if you are the host, so kahit pa paano maididikit ka talaga sa mga big names. Ayan. So, can you type 1 if you want to become one of our intensity hosts then in the future? Ayan. O, di ba? Si Coach Jasper mukhang mukhang i-recommend na natin yan sa host. Ayan. So guys, game, sino pa? Para ma-recommend na natin yan no, sa ating intensity host. Alright. And, ayan. Pero, yun nga, before, di ba, I became a host. So, sino dito? Ganito din yung question in mind. So, sino ba yung mga takot or who are afraid of public speaking? Meron ba? Can you type me if you're also afraid of public speaking? Ayan, can you type me? Yan, me sometimes. Oh, right. May sometimes pass. Yan, si Coach Bon is also afraid of public speaking. Si Coach Rome, ayan, si Coach Jillian. So, madami, no? So, ang kinakatakot, ang kinaginginigan, no, is public speaking. And don't you worry because you're not alone. Di po tayo nag-iisa dyan. Because alam nyo ba, did you know that according to survey, fear of public speaking, or also known as the glossophobia, is actually the top one. Okay? Top one po yan, na phobia, or pinakakinakatakutan ng tao. It's actually mas mataas pa siya ng number sa mga taong takot mamatay at takot sa spiders. Imagine that. So, 74% of people suffers no from speech anxiety, and majority of them are women, no? So, yun. And of course, I'm one of the people na part ng 74% na yon because I am not a natural speaker po. So, I grew up, I was a stammerer, so or bulol in short, no? Bulol po ako nung bata ako. So growing up, I have speech deficiency. So in short, sinagalang po talaga ako ng mother ko, ng parents ko na mag-tutoring, ganyan. And I have very poor comprehension. So medyo hindi na lang siya halata ngayon, 'di ba? So it's really true practice. Kaya naman because of being a stammerer or being bulol, 'di ba? Yan din talaga yung nagbigay sa akin ng napakadaming insecurity when I was young. right? So, ang dami kong kinakatakutan basta everything na pagsasalita. So, and I acquired stage fright and even public speaking fright. So, meron ba dito kahit simpleng recitation lang sa school, right? Kinakatakutan na. So, I don't know if makaka-relate kayo, no? Dati po nung bata ako, especially in grade school, so kahit alam ko yung sagot, no, dun sa tanong ng teacher, ibubulong ko yan sa katabi ko. Ibubulong ko yan sa katabi ko. Okay na siya yung magka-grade, okay na siya yung sumagot. Wag lang akong tawagin, di ba? Para siya na yung magtaas ng kamay. So, ganun po ako, sobrang may takot, no, in speaking up in the public. And even with recitation sa mga declamation, ako po, okay na akong kumanta, wag lang magsalita. Literal, no? So, yun. And, sorry. All right, but did you know, right? God really prepared me. So, when I was very young, yun nga, so kinakatakutan ko po talaga yung pagsasalita sa harap ng maraming tao, in the crowd, and etc. But you know, God really prepared me. God prepared me in this business kayo sana. Diba? God prepared me to become one of your hosts of intensity now. Kasi bakit, no? Grabe, inorchestrate talaga ng Lord ang mga opportunities para talaga ma-train niya ako in public speaking. So I became one of our lectors and commentators sa church namin. So imagine, talaga namang preparation ng Lord kasi, sorry, may mga pumapasok po sa room natin. Pa-help na lang po sa pag-admit. Thank you. Ayan. So, iba, grabe yung preparation ng Lord. So, grabe ang preparation sa akin ng Lord, no? In public speaking, kasi imagine mo, mismo word niya ang gusto niyang gamitin, no? For me to become a speaker. Alright? And yun, kaya naman, I learned talaga through the lectors and commentators ministry, no? Diyan ko talaga natutunan to really pray and to really ask the guidance of the Holy Spirit para tama at delisay ang mga salita na i-share natin. And of course, I became part of the diocesan youth facilitator as well. So diyan din naman talaga ako na-train, no, kahit papaano how to really conduct seminars, mga meetings, diba? And even hosting. So in short, nag-start lang po talaga din ako, naging bida-bida lang. So wala po talaga akong professional training with public speaking, but I started po talaga, no, na I just stepped up even when I was young. Diba? Gusto ko lang talaga ako yung mag-host, lagi ako nag-volunteer lang kasi gusto ko ma-train. Diba? So naging intentional po talaga yung naging intentional talaga yung pag-aral ko, no, in talking to the public, because I knew in the first place when I was young na yan po talaga yung number one insecurity ko, yung pagsasalita. Okay? And clear po ba ako or naghahang ako? Kasi parang dito sa video ko ay naghahang ako eh. So can you type 1 if yan, clear naman? Ayan. Thank you so much. And yun nga, so in short, I have good news, no, for everyone. Ayan, especially for our coaches nga no, na takot sa public speaking, because and good news because public speaking po is a learnable skill. So pwede po siyang aralin, pwede po natin siyang matutunan. So are you guys excited now to learn, no? Paano ba tayo magiging effective public speaker, especially, no, in our business sa'yo sana? Yes! Ayan! So, right, pero first, no, let's define what is public speaking. Right? So, public speaking is the process, no, of communicating information to a large or to an audience, especially to a large group or to a large crowd. So it's really about communication. And in terms of communication, it's there's two types of communication pa rin. It's verbal and non-verbal skills. So ibig sabihin, no, it doesn't only focuses on the words or how we deliver yung ating speech, but also on our non-verbal skills, yung ating mga gestures, eye contact, and etc. Okay, so it's all part no, of public speaking. And so now, what are the 3 reasons, no? Yan. Medyo slow po ang aking Canva. Ayan, so, ayan, there. Yeah, so what are the 3 reasons why public speaking is very, very important? So number 1, it's our way kasi to win over the crowd. Agree. Diba? Kapag magaling ang speaker sa harap, sino dito? Yung tipong isang buka pa lang ng bibig ng speaker, alam mo magaling siya, gusto mo na siya agad makilala. Diba? O kaya gusto mo na na-entice ka na agad no, na makinig sa kanya. Ayan. So meron ba kayo? Can you type in yung mga favorite nyong maybe motivational speaker, public speakers, meron ba? Ayan, si Les Brown, of course. He's one of my favorite motivational speaker din. O, di ba? So, yan, si Jay Shetty, and, di ba? And many more. So, because of course, especially with our business no, in Yasana, it's very, very crucial po to win over the crowd, especially during presentation. Later on, no, iisa-isahin natin tong mga reasons or maybe purposes of public speaking in line naman with our presentation in Yasana. So it's very important to win our crowd. And number 2 is to motivate people. Grabe, no? Tagang public speaking pang Yasana. Because why? In motivating people, dito naman natin na-share no, our thoughts, our passion, yung direction natin to really help people to gain then their motivation and to gain then their kumbaga confidence so to whatever no na ginagawa nila, even confidence din sa iyo as the speaker and as a leader. And of course, next, number 3 is to inform. So it's very, very important din po, no? As a public speaker, it's our responsibility then to make clear, to give clear information to our audience. Ayan. And now, in line naman with, and in short, isa pa sa ano, no? Isa sa mga main reason din why public speaking is very, very important. Ay, ba't pa-atras siya? Yan. Because it's mainly our job description. Do you agree? Can you type agree nga sa chat room kung agree kayo na ang public speaking talaga, yan po ang ating ultimate job description in the business. Right? Kasi if you want to be an effective leader, effective associate, effective presenter, but we really need to be an effective public speaker muna. Ayan. And of course, why do we need no to be an effective public speaker, especially in Yasana? So number 1, of course, we want to have more sign-ups or more pay-in. Sino dito? Can you type pay-in? Kung gusto mo ng pay-in, maraming pay-in. Especially this week, no? Ayan, so pay-in. Yon. So sigurado yung mga participative natin, mga nag-engage yan sa chatroom, sure ako may pay-in yan. Kasi may energy, right? So yun, no? So of course, public speaking can be very helpful even to one-on-one presentation, especially to group presentation. Kasi nga ang public speaking is more on the larger crowd. So sino dito sa team nyo is may hakot? Can I see type 2 naman? Type 2 kung may mga hakot presentation o kaya group presentation kayo in the team. Diba it's very important na magaling yung presenter at speaker. Kaya nga sa team natin, pinipili talaga natin, tinetrain talaga natin sino yung isasalang nating host o kaya o kaya speaker. And of course, even closing the deal and follow up, because in public speaking, one purpose then of it is really persuasion. So it's a different topic, no? Pero persuasion is very, very important with our business kasi that will really give us more sign-ups. Ayan, para din ma-convey natin yung gusto natin, no? Or ma-pitch talaga natin yung products natin in even the opportunity. Okay? And number 2, importante to because we want to grow our organization. So especially no in teaching and duplicating our downlines. So tama ba? So yan po ang main trabaho natin sa business, to present and to teach. So to teach, so it also kumbaga it requires us, no, na maging magaling na speaker para kung magaling ka, especially as a leader, as an upline, yun din yung iduduplicate ng downlines mo. So gusto mo ba lahat ng mga teammates mo at downlines mo magagaling din mag-present? Diba? Yan. So, sabihin mo nga sa chatroom, gusto ko yan. So, gusto natin yan. Tama yung magagaling din mag-training, mag-present. Diba yung mga downlines natin? And it all starts po sa atin. It's all started becoming as a good or effective public speaker. Alright? And of course, if you number one or number three reason then is to influence more people, because if you are an effective speaker, you can easily influence and inspire a lot of our business partners, not only within your team, even with the larger team pool in intensity. And it also help us to motivate people and keep our team's trust. Diba? Para makip natin yung trust ng downlines natin, ng buong team, ng buong intensity, 'di ba? Kasi bakit? If you are a good speaker, magaling po kayo sa naging presentation nyo, 'di ba? Tama ba kayo yung hahanap-hanapin at kayo ang favorite ng inyong downline? Right? Because if may papakausap yan, especially quality people, ikaw at ikaw ang una niyang hahanapin because, 'di ba? You became an effective speaker or presenter. And of course, if this is a good preparation din para pag na-invite tayo sa ating high intensity training, so you can effectively share din your journey and tips to the public. Okay? So it's very important. So kailangan po talaga, it's a requirement. So hindi ko na sugarcoat yun. It's a requirement na maging effective and magaling tayong public speakers. And I've known a lot of people na mga introvert, mga mahihiyain, shy people who are very good public speakers din. Isa na po dyan is my upline. So kung kilala nyo po si Coach Jam Cledera, she's actually one of our intensity hosts din. Sobrang introvert po nun. Pero pagka tumapak po yun sa stage, nag-iibang tao. Tama ba? So parang, parang singer dan. 'Di ba? Sila Taylor Swift, for example. 'Di ba pag nagsalita yun, parang ang timid-timid. Pero pag tumapak sa stage, ibang tao na din. So tayo ganun din. Even you're introvert, di naman po natin mababago ang ating personality, 'di ba? Pero the moment na pumasok tayo sa Zoom, sa presentation, binigyan tayo ng role as a speaker, dapat po nag-iibang anyo rin tayo. So it's really intentional to become as effective as we can as a speaker. Okay? And next, yan. And now, so bibigyan ko kayo a few tips how to become an effective speaker according to the purpose of public speaking na magagamit natin during presentation. So to inform, so ayan na. So 'di ba? Like what I mentioned earlier, ang kailangan po talaga natin to inform people is to be an effective conveyor ng message, ng information. So number one po talaga, especially during presentation, kailangan master nyo po yung slides nyo. Okay? So very practical tip, kailangan kabisado nyo po yung presentation flow. So preparation pa rin is the key. So ako personally, presentation is actually one of my favorite skill talaga sa'yo sana. Right? Pero bago pa po ako sumalang talaga sa presentation ko, especially nung bago ako, alam niyo po bang word per word, sinusulat ko po yung script ng pinapanood kong presentation. So ganun ako, sobrang ka OC sa pagpe-prepare talaga sa presentation. So kung meron dito nakapanood ng magazine presentation ni Mentor Caleb Edpao. So meron ba mga very classic videos yon na I think he was only Ruby director at that time. Tapos nag-present siya using magazine. So yun po yung unang-una kong pinanood na how to present from Mentor Caleb. So literal, kahit yung mga joke niya doon, ginagaya ko kasi wala po ako masyadong humor. So kahit yung humor ginagaya ko, so kailangan minaster ko po talaga yung flow ng presentation. Not only the content, importante po yung flow. Kasi bakit, no? Meron na ba kayo na experience? Nilipat lang yung slide, nag-next lang, nawala ka na. Nawala na, ay, ano to? Ikaw mismo na-shock, ano yung next na slide. So, very important po talaga, no, master nyo mismo yung mismo nyong slides. And second, be knowledgeable of the content, especially sa facts. So, make sure, no, that you are giving the right information. So, dapat totoo lahat yung mga information na binibigay natin, especially during presentation. So, why? Because we always practice pa rin po integrity. So, 'di ba, may kasabihan noon, 'di ba, na sa lahat naman talaga ng sa lahat ng makikinig or sa lahat ng makakita ng presentation, ikaw lang naman talaga ang nakakaalam ng presentation ng iyong ano. Pero, what if maging downline mo yan at sinabi mo si Dr. Myron Wentz ay farmer? O, diba? So, di ba, patay tayo dyan. So, mawawala agad yung integrity mo as a leader. Right? And of course, when you know your facts, pag alam mo lahat ng sinasabi mo is totoo, especially during presentation, it will also give you kasi confidence. Okay? And number 3, use simple and layman terms. So, kailangan po yung mga words na gagamitin natin are understandable. Because ang goal natin is nga to inform people, hindi po para i-impress sila, okay, ng mga jargon words natin. So especially, no, I've heard, or ako guilty din ako, when I was starting, so meron ba ditong mga psych graduate din? Mga psychology graduate din? Can I see me, kung psychology graduate ka din or related to maybe a medical course or ganyan. So, nung nagsisimula ako mag-present, medyo galing-galingan ako, pa-impress diba? So, yung tipong, yung purest, ina-explain ko, yung melatonin, yung REM, di ba? Paano ka mapupunta dun sa deep sleep. Yung mga ganun, na-explain ko pa. O, di ba? Pero, that's an additional information, very detailed, no? It's an additional information, yes, but maybe, no, it can also overwhelm kasi our prospect or our audience. So it's really best pa rin to stick with simple word and layman's term para mas understandable, diba? So in short, the simpler the better pa rin in terms of informing people or conveying our presentation. Okay, and next naman, to win over the crowd, how do we win now the crowd during presentation? Number 1, we always need to watch our nonverbal skills then. So ano po ba yung mga nonverbal skills? Number 1, yung eye contact. So dapat po, no, even nasa Zoom na lang tayo or virtual, it's very important na yung ating eye level pa rin po is somehow near sa ating camera. So kasi kapag yung eye contact natin is somehow near sa ating camera, it gives us connection then to our audience. Ayan. So ako sa totoo lang, ang tinitignan ko lagi in the screen is yung sarili ko, diba? GGSS lang, charot. Pero screen yung mukha, yung itsura ko. So I would know talaga if okay yung non-gesture or mga gesture and non-verbal ko. And I make sure then if nakatingin ako sa sarili ko, malapit siya sa aking webcam or sa camera. Tumukha pa rin siyang eye level. Okay? And of course, ano pa, mga gestures, hand gestures. So imagine, no, apakahirap ng virtual to connect if para tayong puno. O hindi po kayo puno. So it's very difficult then to sustain the energy, 'di ba? Yung sa boses natin, if nakatayo ka lang or kaipit lang dyan yung mga arms mo. It's very important then to at least have a very minimal gesture. So minimal, wag naman po din yung OA. Kasi minsan, no, ang dami na rin ginagawa ng kamay natin. So hindi na rin po siya relevant in the presentation. So watch your non-verbal communication. And even especially yung ating sitting or posture sa ating upuan. So kung meron po kayong upuan tulad ko na umiikot katulad niyan, meron ba? Mga sinong guilty dito pag presentation, ang sarap mag-iikot ng upuan. Lalo na pag kinakabahan. Right? So, ako, I suggest, no, be conscious and be intentional na wag pong galawin ang upuan because kapag umiikot-ikot tayo sa upuan natin, it also gives us the kapag a feeling na para kang tinatamad, 'di ba? O kaya naiinip ka na gusto mo na matapos yung presentation kasi gumagalaw-galaw ka no, ang daming meaning no ng mga non-verbal communication natin. Kaya it's very important na maging watchful po talaga tayo, no? And even leaning towards, kapag masyado kang malapit sa camera, tama? So, nakaka-distract. Agree? So, and at the same time, it also gives the it also gives the audience kasi a feeling na wala silang personal space, 'di ba? Kasi parang nai-intervene talaga. 'Di ba? Imagine nyo kahit sa Zoom po nararamdaman yun. Yung masyado kang malapit, parang gusto mo nang lumabas sa Zoom, yun yung mararamdaman nila. So dapat po no, tamang framing din sa iyong camera. So at least ayan, kita yung hanggang ganyan, hanggang torso mo. Okay, and kita yung buong face mo. Alright? And wag din naman sobrang layo. Kasi pag sobrang layo, hindi ka na rin nila ma-feel hindi nila ma-feel yung connection with you. Okay? So, yun. And even yung mga ganito, ingat po tayo dyan. Kasi pag nagpe-present po kayo na nakaganito, para na rin kayo nagbo-bore. Gusto mo na matapos yung presentation. So, it's very important, no, to have your minimal gesture, hand gesture na relevant, no, with your presentation. And number 2, be assertive and confident with your words. Ayan na. So, of course, we want naman to make our audience or our prospect feel no na confident ka or totoo at tunay at naniniwala ka to whatever information you have in your presentation. Ba? So, in short, be assertive. Kailangan tayo mismo is sure and very straightforward, no? Then yung mga words natin. So because being straightforward din with our words, being assertive, kumbaga, gives the audience or our prospect confidence din na maniwala sa atin. Okay? Kaya yung pag-emphasize ng words, pagpo-pausing, very important din po yan. Pag-emphasize ng mga phrases, diba? So, importante siya. And number 3, asking the right and relevant questions. So, ano po ba yung pag sinabi nating right and relevant question? Yung tugma pa rin with your presentation and leaning towards pa rin your goal after presentation, which is sign up, diba? Or let's say, for example, you invited the person for part-time, mga ganyan. So ano yung mga tamang question for them? Number 1, why do they need a part-time job? Okay? Or why did they show interest sa post mo? So yan yung mga relevant question na pwede natin tanungin, no? So we would know then paano natin din i-jumpstart yung presentation natin. Okay? And it's very important then to have or to always ask question na answerable with affirmative answers or mga positive no na sagot. Let's say, for example, stable yung company, no? Yes, stable siya. O, diba? So, positive again. You can already get a yes during presentation pa lang. Maganda yung products, no? Yes. So, always ask at least positive or affirmative questions. And number 4, always be truthful and sincere. Because I believe, no, we will only win and influence people, right? If we become sincere and truthful to them. Right? In becoming sincere, ang ginagawa ko po talaga during presentation, I always call out names. Inaalala, tinatandaan ko po talaga ang pangalan ng prospect. Ba? Ngayon, madali na lang siya kasi sa Zoom, no, nakalagay naman na yung pangalan. So talagang inaalala ko, tinititigan ko yung pangalan para every part of the presentation, if I want to engage, I always mention their names. So, yun. And even sa training, sa mga public speaking, it's important din no, na kahit paano na babanggit natin yung pangalan ng audience natin. Okay. And yun, and of course, last is to motivate people. So in motivating naman, so hindi lang natin to ginagawa sa downlines natin, hindi lang din po natin to ginagawa kapag ka-member na sila. In motivating people, we also do it during presentation. So paano? Number one, know your audience. So you could motivate them. Alamin natin yung background nila. So for example, yung downline mo may guest. But tanong mo na, anong background ng guest mo? Teacher ba yan? Doctor ba yan? Or manager ba yan? Or what not? Right? Or ikaw mismo, if you have a guest, it's your responsibility, tama ba? To profile your prospects para malaman natin kung ano yung background. Bakit? Kasi importante yun para alam din natin what are the things that we need to emphasize during a presentation. And second, know din the invite. Kailangan din alam natin kung paano sila na-invite. Kasi baka naman favor pala yung invitation. Tapos ang bungad mo agad sa kanya is o di ba ang tawag dito, pagka-favor tapos ang bungad natin agad it's about part-time. Right? Na, uy, gusto mo bang kumita? Uy, mga ganyan agad yung mga tanungan mo. Favor nga yung invite. So it's not matched, no, dun sa tanong mo, sa opening spiel mo, hindi siya match dun sa expectation ng audience. So dapat nagma-match din siya. Okay? So yun, kaya kung favor, ako usually kapag favor yung approach ng downline or ako mismo, yung invite ko, I always start the presentation with a very big thank you. Kasi nga syempre favor na. Uy, thank you so much for zooming in. Sobrang laking bagay nito na pinagbigyan mo ako with this presentation, etc. Pero pag part-time naman, uy, thank you din, pero more on naman asking question why they are interested in doing part-time. Okay? So magkaiba na yung opening natin. Depende sa invitation and depende rin sa background ng ating audience. Okay? Number 2, always engage with your audience. Even during hakot presentation, so siguro iba-iba tayo ng style no ng mga group presentation in the team. Pero per se sa aming team kasi, we don't allow participants to unmute. So para hindi nila magulo at ma-distract yung ibang participant. Pero we allow them to chat, okay lang. Pero ako as a speaker or as a presenter during our hakot, hindi na po ako nagpapachat kasi minsan nakaka-influence din yun kapag nega yung ibang guest, di ba? Pero what do I do to engage them? I still ask question kasi sinasagot ko din. So, paano? Alright? Let's say, for example, may mga kakilala po ba kayo abroad? Di ba? Let's say sa US, sa Canada, sa Australia. So, imagine kung may kakilala kayo abroad, right? You can tap them as business partners or product users. So, global po yung business natin. Diba? So, familiar ba kayo sa ganung slide natin sa presentation? I still ask question, pero, diba, I already backed it up with an engagement na ako rin yung sumagot. Diba? If hindi allowed yung audience nyo to answer sa chat room or hindi sila allowed to answer you back. So it's very important as a public speaker, kayo po talaga yung mag-maneuver, mag-drive ng inyong flow during presentation. So do not allow then yourself to be, kumbaga, ay may mga pumapasok. Okay. So do not allow then yourself na mag-dead air. Na huwag nyo na silang intayin na sumagot. Ikaw na sumagot, right? So and number 3, be passionate and enthusiastic. It's very important po yung energy natin. Ramdaman talaga nila that we really love what we're doing. Right? Meron na ba kayong experience dito? Can you type 1 na after presentation, ang sabi sa'yo nung guest mo, alam mo, Jasper, ang galing mo. Bagay ka dyan sa ginagawa mo. Wala ba? Alam mo, Carlene, I can really see your passion, your dedication in what you're doing. Meron na ba kayong experience na gano'n? Na ginalingan mo sa presentation, tapos ang feedback sa'yo, ang galing mo. O, diba? Or ramdam nila na you're very passionate in what you're doing. Meron ba? Diba? Meron, right? So yun, it's very important talaga to really share, show them our passion in what we're doing. Kasi nakakahawak po yan. And number 4, and I think the most important part in motivating our prospect is be clear with your why. So sabi nga nila, no, it's not the what, it's not the company, it's not even the products. Yung bibilin po sa atin ng ating prospect, it's really your reason why you started in the first place. So kayo pa din, no, yung ibabayin ng ating prospect. So it's very important na sa atin muna nagsisimula. Clear yung reasons natin, yung why natin. Why are we doing Yusana? Okay? So, yun. And alright, so okay lang ba? Magkaroon tayo ng very quick demo o demo drill, no? Or at least practice natin siya. So, meron bang gustong mag-volunteer? Sino, di ba? Ito, it's kinuha ko po to sa slide namin in the presentation. So, gagawin lang natin is a drill of this slide. So, especially sa mga presenter na natin dito, no? Ay, nako, ang ating valedictorian, si Coach Jasper, mukhang nag-volunteer na. Ayan, sige, di ako mag-dito guys ha. I'm not going to give any script. Alright,
ang goal natin, ma-open yung business center as soon as possible.
Pa-unmute na lang po.
Para ma-open yan.
Ayan, so, yun no, goal natin, hindi po ako magbibigay ng script. So, ang hanapin po natin volunteer will be yung mga nagpe-present na po talaga. Okay, so sige, Coach Jasper, can you unmute? So, tubukan natin itong slide na to. Alright. So, guys, virtual clap naman for Coach Jasper.
Yun. Anong gagawin, Coach? Para malaman ko yung yung flow.
Alright, gagawin mo, Coach, no? You're going to give a spiel, no? Dito sa slide natin, right? During your presentation. So, ang gawin mo muna, Coach, yung ginagawa mo mismo sa presentation mo para makita lang din ng iba. And then I will give my sample later. So,
Okay. Okay, sige. Thanks, Coach Regine. Okay, for example, paano ko ba mababagsak to? Okay, about the company of our this company, the USANA Health Sciences is listed in New York Stock Exchange, the largest stock market in the world. Para makapasok ang company sa New York Stock Exchange, dapat merong mga 3 requirements. Should be debt-free company, stable company, and billionaire company. At ang pinakamaganda dyan, USANA Health Sciences is the only one supplement company na nakapasok sa New York Stock Exchange. And it's 30 years in a making na siya. And 12 years naman dito sa Philippines. Ang tanong, yung company ba stable o stable na?
Wow!
Yes,
galing!
stable na.
Palapos na. Alright. So, thank you, Coach Jasper. Palakpakan naman natin si Coach Jasper. Grabe, first trial pa lang, o diba? So, yun no, it's very important yung energy ni Coach Jasper. Tama ba? Right? And at the same time, very clear yung information that USANA is listed in New York Stock Exchange. Yan yung mga kailangan yung banggitin. That New York Stock Exchange is the largest stock market in the whole world. No, yun. And siguro na lang, no, tips to improve, Coach, okay lang. Ayan, yung modulation siguro ng voice, it can be more, it can be clearer pa. Ayan, kasi di ba minsan tendency natin, no, as a speaker, akala kasi natin when we say modulate, kailangan bilugin yung ano yun, ibilog yung boses, o kaya palakihin, or etc. Pero ako kasi, I believe, no, especially with presentation, ang pinaka-importante pa rin is clarity. So, kailangan, no, malinaw yung words na nabagsak natin. Okay? So now, no, kung ako usually ang binabagsak ko dito, halos same din with Coach Jasper. So, sa ko sample, no? And tatawag pa tayo ng isa after ko. Okay lang ba? Ayan. So ako with my presentation, so USANA po is listed in New York Stock Exchange, which is the largest stock market in the world. So imagine nyo, if you're going to compare it with the Philippine Stock Exchange na listed ang Jollibee, Ayala, San Miguel, New York po is 60 times bigger than the Philippine stocks. And USANA po is the only supplement company na listed po dito, nakahilera ng Microsoft, Google, and Starbucks, which are billion company, dollar companies po in the US. Okay? So yan, di ba? So may information, may clarity, and may energy. Right? So sige nga, meron pa tayong pwedeng naging volunteer, last na, di ba? Na pwedeng yung gayahin to yung spiel ko. And the energy, alright? So can we call on sino, sige? Or sinong gustong mag-voluntold? Meron ba gusto magpa-volunteer ng downline mo dito na bagong nagpe-present pa lang? Sige nga, try natin yung mga, meron ba dito mga 2 weeks pa lang or 1 month pa lang nagpe-present? Alright, can I see type 1? Kung, nako, ayan tayo no? Fear of public speaking. Walang gusto mag-volunteer. Trust me guys, kung sino mag-volunteer, diba? Sino type 1 dyan ngayon. Ayan, sa unang-una. So for sure, may pay-in yan before mag-end ang araw. Diba? So, diba? Sabi nga ni Coach Jasper, face everything and rise. Tama, no? So, meron ba? I can see si Coach, diba? Ako na nag-volunteer, guys. Yan tayo So, si Coach, sino to? Coach Bon. Diba? As naka-camera on siya. Coach Bon, are you doing presentation na? Nagpe-present na po tayo.
Yes, Coach.
Yes, ayan. So, gano'n ka nakatagal, Coach, sa USANA?
5 months.
5 months. Ayan, perfect. Game, Coach. Try natin to. May slide ba kayo na ganito? Similar?
Meron, Coach.
Meron. Ayan. So, game. Palakpakan naman natin. Virtual clap for Coach Bon. Try natin ang kanyang skill for this slide.
So, good morning ulit, everyone. So, ayun nga, USANA kasi, actually, USANA is also listed sa New York Stock Exchange. So, as a publicly listed company and as a multi-billion dollar company, pwede nyo i-check online yung financial background ng company natin. At makikita nyo doon na walang pinagkakautangan ang USANA. So, ito rin yung first reason kung bakit nagtiwala kami ng partner ko sa company. Kasi very stable. Imagine, 29 years na siya sa business. So, yun lang po.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Bon. Lakpakan naman natin si Coach Bon, no? Galing. So, yan, very important, no? Nakita niyo yung pag-lean niya ng towards the camera, yung kamay niya. So, it also shows kasi, no, confidence and conviction ba, diba? Sa pagbagsak ng ating spiel. Alright? So, thank you. And next naman, syempre, aside from sa USANA, di ba, aside sa presentation natin, right, it's very important then, yung public speaking, it can be used then during team meetings. Agree ba? Kanya type 1, kung kailangan maging effective public speaker din tayo, even during mga team meetings, huddles natin, o kaya training. So, lalo na kapag na-invite ka na, right, as a trainer. So, very important po talaga yan. And of course, during team meeting, so i-emphasize ko lang tong dalawa. Okay? So, we always do instruction giving. Tama ba? Lagi tayong nagbibigay ng instructions. Lalo na sa team natin. Especially pag naatasan ka or na-assign ka na upline mo na, uy, Bon, ikaw naman ang mag-host ngayon. O, diba? Tapos ikaw mabibigla ka, bakit ako, coach? So, kailangan prepared tayo, no? So, in instruction giving, usually ginagamit natin yan with meet and greet. Right? Icebreaker games. So, sino dito? Parang si Coach Bon, nagulat daw siya. So, sino dito? Can you type me? na binigla ka na rin ng upline mo na sabi, uy, magpa-games ka naman or papa-icebreaker ka naman. Meron na ba? Ayan, no? So, meron pa? Sino pa? Yung mga naatasan na or na, di ba, na-assign na icebreaker o kaya pag-games, right? So, yun. And even trainings, right? So, especially sa mga skills training natin, like prospecting, inviting, that you also need to give instruction to them, ano yung mga kailangan nila, workshop. So, kailangan din yan, magaling or clear tayo in giving instructions. And second naman, aside from instruction giving, it's very important din na sa motivation in rally. So, paano pag sinabi nating motivation in especially rally? Di ba pag sinabi ng rally, you want to engage the people, di ba? To go with you in a specific goal. Yun yung rally. Kaya importante siya meeting sa mga meeting after meetings natin. Lalo na kapag ikaw yung ginawang lead. Ba? Dati, nung unang panahon, unang panahon talaga, nung hindi pa po virtual, yung bilog-bilog pa yung mga meeting after meeting, sinong inabutan yon? Yung bilog-bilog pa tayo sa mga meetings natin. Tama ba? Doon nga, walang assign, itutulak ka na lang ng apply mo, ikaw mag-lead ng ma'am. O ikaw mag-lead ng ma'am, di ba? So bigla magugulat ka na, nasa gitna ka na ng bilog. Mga ganyan, right? So yun yung mga ma'am natin before. Imagine mo ngayon madali na. Kasi bakit? Right? Hindi na kailangan na ikaw ang center of attraction sa bilog. Gagawin na lang isa spotlight ka sa Zoom. Pero at least sa Zoom na lang. Right? So meeting after meetings natin. So kailangan prepared din tayo lagi. So in doing or leading our ma'am and sharing your journey and tips. Let's say for example, na-hit mo yung PPPS mo, right? Tapos yung crossline mo, sabi sa'yo, uy bro, ano naman, pahingi naman ng tips yung buong team ko. Alright? So pahingi naman ng tips. O kailangan, public speaking pa din ang kailangan nating ma-practice even in sharing our journey, our tips to our to the team or sa mga crosslines natin. And especially during run. Okay? Very important 'yan. For example, kung hindi man ikaw yung nag-run yung upline mo. Tama. Very important na ikaw as a downline or ikaw as their leader, magaling ka mag-rally, magaling ka mag-motivate din ng tao through public speaking, di ba? Kasi it will give the momentum and the energy to the team. And lalo na kung downline mo yung nagra-run, dapat lang, di ba? Na magaling tayo mag-motivate at mag-rally, okay, ng team din nila. Diba? And even at lalo't higit pag ikaw mismo yung nagra-run. Kailangan magaling ka talagang pusher dyan. Diba? And you will only be very, very effective if you are a good speaker. Tama? So, malaking factor po siya. So, I'm not saying na ito lang yung only factor, pero napakalaking factor po pag magaling at effective kayong speaker. Okay? So, yun. And now, ano ba yung mga few tips na kailangan natin during especially instruction giving. So sa instruction giving natin, it's very important yung energy. Importante po yan. So sabi nga, energy is contagious. Either you affect people or you infect people. Tama? So, of course, we want to affect people in a positive way. So, they want our, kumbaga, nag-uumapaw na energy sa instruction giving, especially pag fun and games yan. So, meron na po ba kayo nakitang icebreaker na siya yung nag-freeze? Siya yung nagbibigay ng icebreaker, pero siya yung naging yellow, siya yung nag-freeze kasi hindi niya alam gagawin niya. Hindi rin alam kung ano yung instructions, tama? So, very important yan. Kaya number 2, be clear with the instruction and repeat the instruction twice. Okay? So, now in clearing the instruction, especially kapag games yan o kaya kumbaga mayroon dapat kasi clear na breakdown or step by step na instruction. Okay? And of course, use appropriate words na akma din syempre sa games mo or akma syempre to your to your audience. Okay? So let's say, for example, instruction giving, ang kausap mo, bata. Diba? So, kailangan kilala mo rin talaga yung audience mo. So, use appropriate words. You cannot use yung mga masyadong mga formal o kaya mga ano talaga, mga malalalim na salita kapag bata. Right? O what if naman matatanda? Let's say, for example, sa team mo, mga mommies na yan, mga nasa 60s na yan, tapos mag-games kayo. O kailangan, di ba? Yung mga words din or appropriate din yung mga salita na gagamitin natin to them na hindi rin offensive, di ba? Yung instructions natin, right? Or ano pa, let's say naman, for example, paano ba? English. So we need to, we really need to know then kung yung audience natin is English speaking ba sila, Tagalog ba sila, or kung nakita mo, kasi mararamdaman mo naman yan if your audience need two ways of instruction. You need to give instruction in English and pwede mo rin silang ulitin, kaya nga siya nakalagay, repeat twice. Repeat it twice in Tagalog naman. Okay? So be clear with the instruction and repeat it twice. Very important po yung repetition ng instruction kasi it always makes us sure na naiintindihan and understandable po yung instruction para lahat po makasunod. Kasi yun po yung goal na instruction giving. Lahat sila makasunod. And number 3, ask if there are any questions to clarify. Right? If you're going to give instruction, always ask, guys, may questions pa ba? Guys, meron pa bang, is there any clarification with the instruction? So make sure, no, tinatanong natin sila if naintindihan nila. So to make sure everybody understands and catches up, nakakasunod sila with your instruction giving. Alright? So clear ba guys? Are you guys learning? Can you type learning if you are? Ayan, so we need energy, be clear, and of course, ask clarifications. All right. And next natin, no? Okay, and in motivation naman, in doing rally for your team, so it's very important, number 1, be passionate. Giggle, greet, yan pa rin po ang importante talaga, no? In sharing your takeaways, your wisdom, di ba, with your team, especially, no, kapag ka ang ma'am is under your team. Ibig sabihin, ikaw yung pinaka-upline. Kailangan sa'yo, unang-unang maramdaman yung passion in yung giggle in leading the ma'am or leading your meetings. And number 2, cast your vision and the call of action. Importante rin to really show your team your vision, the direction, ano ba yung goal, bakit natin kailangan mag-meeting after meeting, diba? Bakit kailangan, no, na-share natin yung mga takeaways natin, saan ba tayo papunta pare-pareho. It's very important na clear yun, nakakast talaga natin kung ano yung gusto natin for the team. Okay, and of course, it's really best, no, to be a good storyteller, number 3, right? So kasi, di ba, if you're a good storyteller, it gives connection then to your audience, to your team, right? Kaya tingnan nyo, kung mapapansin nyo yung mga mentors natin, right? Ang gaganda ng, di ba, parang tayo hangang-hanga din tayo sa wisdom nila. Because they are really good storytellers. Ang dami nilang baong kwento, guys. Agree? And ito just to compare, imagine nyo na lang, why kaya si Jesus, right, in the Bible, dinadaan niya rin sa parables or stories yung mga lessons. Diba? Because it really gives us kumbaga connection. It also gives the person yung it allows the person kasi to think more, 'di ba? To ano, kumbaga i-engage na rin yung sarili niya with your story. So tayo din, no, as a leader, if you want to really inspire them, your team, kailangan, no, may mga baon tayong kwento. Okay? So, kaya yung mga naririnig natin, mga kwento ng palaka, kwento ng prinsesa, kwento ng ganyan, sa mga mentors natin, trust me guys, importante yan sa mga team meetings natin if you really want to become an effective public speaker or leader in your team, kailangan marami kang baong kwento. Okay? Tinitake down notes yan. Dapat may listahan talaga tayo ng mga kwento, no, in each tips or motivation na gusto natin ibigay sa mga downlines. Alright? Sige nga, sample nga tayo. Meron ba dito na pwedeng magbigay ng alam nilang kwento, alright? Kwento, no? Na it can share or it can give us bit of wisdom. Alright? So, ayan, si Coach Jasper talaga, valedictorian talaga natin to eh. Sige nga, Coach Jasper, kwentuhan mo kami this morning. Alright, anong kwento yan?
Ito, kay Les Brown, yung Chinese bamboo tree. Bamboo tree. Ano na lang, Tagalogin ko na lang para mag-gets ng lahat. Okay, about dun sa story ng Chinese bamboo tree, di ba, para tumubo siya, kailangan diligan mo siya within 5 years para siya tumubo. Para tumubo siya within 5 years, dapat kailangan mo siyang alagaan, diligan, and nurture it. Siyempre, yung iba, pag nagsisimula pa lang, dinidiligan mo, siyempre wala pa yan. Siyempre, may mga tao na lalapit sa'yo, sasabihin, ay, kamusta? Kamusta buhay-buhay? Balita, nagdidili ka ata, nagpapatubo ka ng Chinese bamboo tree sa bahay mo, tama ba? Sabi mo, oo, tama. Pero nasa na? Ayan lang, parang ang liit. Ang tagal mo na dinidiligan, tapos yan pa rin yung nakalagay. Gagawin ng lahat, gagawin ng mga tao yan. Diba? Yung ibang tao tumigil na. Kasi they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. And then they stop. Oh, no. Wag kang titigil. You gotta keep watering your dream. Diba? Parang pag tumagal-tagal na, tumubo na. O 1 year o 2 years, diba? Lumago na yung negosyo mo. Diba? Titigil na sila. Sabihin, uy, tignan mo. Ang ganda. Uy. Sabi ko na, kakayanin to eh. The lesson of that story, maraming tao gusto instant results. Gusto agad instant. Pero dito, ang gagawin mo dapat, didiligan mo siya, aalagaan mo para tumubo na malaki. At pag lumaki na siya, that's good. Ikaw na rin ang makikinabang. And that's the moral lesson of the Chinese bamboo tree. All you have to do, keep nurturing your dreams to keep growing and keep growing until marami tao na nasasama sa iyo. Pag yan ay natayo mo. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Back to you, Coach Regine.
Hey, thank you so much, Coach Jasper. Virtual clap naman, guys, for Coach Jasper. Grabe, no? So, the kwento ng Chinese bamboo tree. Alright. So, meron po ba? May mga baon? Kwento ba tayo? Andiyan ba si Coach Roy? Coach Roy, okay lang ba? Magkwento ka naman sa amin? Andiyan ba si Coach Roy? Kasi Coach Roy, magaling to. Marami itong baong kwento lagi.
Nasa labas ako.
Sa labas ka ba?
Galing. Pero pwede naman ako magkwento.
Sige, gusto nyo ba? Type 1 naman kung gusto nyo marinig ang kwento ni Coach Roy. Ayan. Yon. Anong kwento yan, Coach?
Ayan, good morning. Ano nga ba magandang kwento? Ano na lang, kwento. Ay, ito na lang, yung madalas kong kinikwento na tungkol sa discouragement, no? Mayroong dalawang lalaki nag-uusap. Ang pangalan teka lang, medyo maingay, nasa labas kasi ako. Sorry. Ayan. Okay, so mayroong dalawang lalaki nag-uusap. Si Bon at si Jasper. Yan. So, Bon and Jasper, no? So, si Jasper, gusto niyang bumili ng motor. So, syempre, ang best friend niya, si Bon, sabi niya kay Bon, Bon, bibili ako ng motor. Anong maganda? Maganda ba yung Yamaha? Sabi ni Bon, naku, Yamaha. Napakamahal niyan. At the same time, medyo sirain. Sabi ni Jasper, I see. Sige, ano na lang, Suzuki. Sabi naman ni Bon, ay, bako, wag yan. Yan ang pinakapangit na pwede mong bilhin, yung Suzuki. Kasi madaling masira, tapos medyo hindi maganda yung piyesta. Nagtataka ngayon si Jasper, lahat ng sinasabi niya ayaw ni Bon. So sabi naman ni Jasper, last one. Sige Bon, alam ko na bibiling ko. Ducati. Yan, Ducati na lang bibiling ko. So sabi ni Bon, nako, Jasper, maganda sana yung Ducati. Yun nga lang ang problema, mahal. Hindi mo kayang isustain yan. Pati gasolina yan, mahal. Hindi mo kaya yan. Ngayon, si Jasper, nagtataka. Sabi ni Jasper, Bon, lahat pala na sinasuggest ko parang negative ka. Ano ba yung motor mo? At ano ba ang may papayo mo sa akin pwedeng bilhin ng motor? Sabi naman ni Bon, ako? Hindi, wala akong motor. Wala akong motor. Lahat ng mga sinabi ko sa'yo, narinig ko lang yan sa TV. Narinig ko lang yan sa kung sino-sino. Kaya sinabi ko sa'yo yun. Di ba? Ngayon, what's the moral lesson? Madalas ganun tayo. Pag nag-yusana ka, naniniwala ka sa mga taong wala namang alam sa yusana. Para ka nagtanong ng motor, nagbibili ka ng motor, nagtanong ka sa taong wala namang motor. Tapos yung nagsabi naman ng wala namang motor, sinasabi nila, ang pangit naman yan. Wala nga sa motor eh. Paano niyo masasabing pangit yung motor na yun? Di ba? So, the moral lesson is, kung nasa Yusana ka, huwag kang magtatanong sa mga tao na wala namang alam sa Yusana. Natural lang yun. Wala silang sasabihin sa yung maganda. Kasi wala naman silang alam sa ginagawa mo. So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto mo magkaroon ng tamang sagot, magtanong ka sa tamang tao. Kung gusto mo magkaroon ng magandang kalusugan, magtanong ka sa doktor, huwag sa pulube. Di ba? So, yun yung lesson doon. Medyo maikli lang kasi yung iba mahabang kwento. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Roy. Grabe, the legendary Roy Cruz sa pagkukwento. Tama ba, guys? So, grabe, no? So, yun. So, in short, be a good storyteller. At hindi lang basta kwento, guys. It must have a moral lesson, diba, na relevant din to what your downline, to your team, or to whoever your audience is, no, relevant sa need nila. So katulad no, yung kinuwento ni Coach Roy, it's about yun nga, discouragement, na makinig sa mga tamang tao, etc. Yung kay Coach Jasper naman, it's maybe about patience, di ba, in nurturing your business. So it must have a moral lesson after. Okay, the story. Okay? So, yan. And next natin, yan. So, okay lang ba? Practice din natin to. Ayan. Ito naman is more on sa instruction giving. So, can I call on then, patapos na tayo, guys. Ayan. So, sa meet and greet, o sige nga, let's say, for example, no, inatasan ka, you are assigned to conduct a meet and greet for your team. Okay? So, demo ko muna, then I will be calling on some coaches, no, or at least one coach na pwedeng mag-demo sa atin. Right? So ako ginagawa ko, hello everybody! So welcome to our team huddle. Ayan. So let's start muna the meeting, no, by introducing our new associates. So okay lang ba? Share or introduce your name, your background, who invited you in Yusana, why ka nag-Yusana, and kamukhang artista. Ayan, again, no? So, magpapakilala tayo. So, tell your name, your background, sino nag-invite sa'yo, bakit ka nag-Yusana, and kamukhang artista. Alright, clear ba, guys? Ayan, so start tayo with Coach Jasper. Ayan, ganun na. So, yan, no? So, clear. Kailangan, very clear yung instruction. May step by step kung ano yung kailangan nilang gawin, ano yung kailangan nilang share. Second, kailangan, ang tawag dito, i-repeat, no, natin yung instruction with the words na mas maiintindihan nila. We can do it in pure English, in Taglish, and then second naman maybe in Tagalog. So, and then last is make sure kung naintindihan. Clear ba, guys? So, alright, so yun gagawin natin. So okay lang ba? Tawagin ko naman one of my co-host in Intensity, si Coach Carlene. Diba, ikaw yung coach na nakita ko eh. So andyan ka ba, Coach? Can you give us an example of a meet and greet? Alright, so andyan ba si Coach Carlene? Yeah, baka...
Hello. Ayan, sorry.
Ano ka ba, Coach?
Nasa work. Oo. Pero okay lang. Sige po.
Ayan, okay. Palapakan naman natin
Ayan.
first.
Hi, everyone. So, good morning. My name is Carlene Areta Bacar. So, Ang background ko, I'm a former account manager and currently we're residing here in Batangas. So the person who invited me here is si Coach Arvin de Guzman. And so CPA naman siya by profession and husband siya ng best friend ko nung high school.
Ay, Coach, sorry
Yeah.
to cut you, no? Ang gawin natin yung demo is yung instruction giving. Ikaw yung magbibigay na instruction sa amin for meet and greet. Ayan.
Okay. So, sorry.
Nakatulog ng demo ko. So, ikaw yung magbibigay, welcome mo yung ilahat, tapos
Okay.
ano yung kailangan nilang gawin. Alright.
Okay. Sige. Take two. Alright. Hi everyone and welcome sa Zoom meeting natin today. So we're gonna have our meet and greet. Ayan. So we will start by, of course, telling us your name, ano ba yung background ninyo, and sino yung nag-invite sa inyo dito sa Yosana? And second is, bakit ka nag-join sa Yosana? And last, sino yung kamukha mong artista? Ayan. So let's begin with Coach Bon.
Alright. Thank you so much, Coach Carlene. Galing, no?
Yes.
Gusto ko talaga ang boses ni Coach Carlene. Yan, isa ka sa mga favorite kong intensity host. and of course, no, she has the clarity. Ayan. So, very good, Coach Carlene. And of course, yun nga, reminder lang din, if tingin mo, lalo na if you are in a bigger group for a bigger audience, always repeat the instruction. So, alright, clear ba? So, yon, thank you, Coach. And ito naman, how about an icebreaker? So, sino dito ang familiar sa game na two truths and a lie? Okay, so how do we now give an instruction with this icebreaker? So, two truths and a lie. So, ako muna. Then, sa mga familiar po dyan sa game na to. So, step up na tayo. Sabi nga nila, no? Overcome the fear of public speaking. So, nasa Zoom lang naman tayo. So, two truths and one lie. So, guys, magkakaroon tayo ng game. So, ang tawag natin sa game na to is two truths and one lie. So, ang gagawin natin, you just need to give two true information or two truths about you and one na hindi totoo. Alright? And ngayon, huhulaan ng audience natin or ng mga participants, ano dun yung lie. Right? Again, so magkakaroon tayo ng game. So, two truths and one lie. So, magbibigay kayo ng tatlong bagay about yourself. Dalawa doon is true and isa doon is a lie. So, huhulaan po ng lahat. What is the lie? Alright? So, questions ba regarding our game? Okay, so ganun lang, guys. Okay? So, sino gusto volunteer? Sino may familiar dito sa game to give instruction? Meron ba? Meron ba? Ay, naku, tatawag na naman tayo. Siyempre, natawag ko lang, kilala ko. Alright. Si Coach Lut ba andyan? Coach Lut, ikaw naman. Ikaw ito sa tutorial ng natin, chatroom eh. Coach Lut, are you there? Ayun. So, bigay ka naman instruction about this game. Familiar sa game na to?
Yes.
Ayan. Okay. Papalakpakan, virtual clap naman for Coach Lut.
Ayun. So team, let's have a game, no? So para naman mas makilala din natin yung isa't isa, no? So let's name the game Two Truths and a Lie. So magsasabi lang kayo ng dalawa na true information about yourself or kung kanino man, and then isa na hindi katotohanan. And then someone or everyone ay maghuhula kung alin doon yung hindi totoo. Diba? So clear ba to everyone? Two true information and yung isa hindi katotohanan. So pipiliin natin or huhulaan natin kung alin doon yung hindi totoo. So game na ba kayo everyone? Let's start the game.
Yay! Thank you so much, Coach Lut. Grabe, no? Galing ba guys? Virtual clap naman for Coach Lut. So yun, no? Very clear. So kailangan, no, before you facilitate a game, importante po talaga, no, inaaral at binabasa nyo maigi yung instruction. Step by step po yun in giving instruction para hindi po talaga magulo at malito yung ating audience. Alright? So, there. And yun, and syempre to wrap up na lang din. So we're down to our almost last, our last slide. So to wrap up our our training on public speaking. So these are some of the key points that I want you to remember, no? So number one, plan appropriately. So ibig sabihin, no, preparation pa rin po is the key. It's very, very important, no? Bago tayo sumabak in public speaking man yan, hosting, presentation, training, or kahit simpleng meet and greet yan, guys. It's really best to plan appropriately. So how do we plan? So you can write down your skills, your script, your kung hindi ka naman ma-script na tao, you can write down your key points, ano yung mga kailangan mong ibigay, right? And especially if we're going to give a speaking engagement, it's really best, no, to really plan ahead, right? And number two, practice. Practice, right? Practice makes progress. So ako po, trust me, ginagawa ko before, hanggang ngayon, bago ako mag-host, right? Yung boses ko, pinapractice ko yan sa CR. Diba? Pinapractice ko yan sa CR, guys. Diba na, good morning intensity, good evening. Saan ka mang part ng mundo, pinapractice ko po yan. Sa tapat ng salamin, pinapractice ko po yan. Anong itsura mo, diba, during the hosting man yan or training, pinapractice po yan. Yes, vocalization, pinapractice po yan. Okay? And your slides, practicein din. Ano yung mga important notes na kailangan mong ibagsak in each slide. Very important. And number two, engage with your audience. Ayan. So very important po talaga. Kasi for you to become an effective public speaker, right? And to know if you are an effective public speaker, dapat madami pong natutunan, no? Yung inyong audience from you. Right? And pay attention to body language. It's very important. Like what I mentioned, no? Yung framing sa video natin, importante po yan. Yung hand gesture natin, yung eye contact natin, yung upuan natin, yung posture natin, it's very, very important. Huwag po tayo masyadong magalaw. Diba? So, and next natin is modulate your voice. Pag sinabi natin yung modulate yung voice, yung iba kasi nami-misinterpret nila na dapat pag-host ka, dapat kapag public speaker ka, kailangan malakas boses mo, kailangan sumisigaw. O, diba? Iba po ang sigaw, iba po ang modulated ang voice. Pag sigaw at masyadong mataas, kailangan nakokontrol din po natin yung energy natin. Especially if you are a host. Kasi if you are a host, number one, hindi po kayo yung speaker. Huwag po masyadong spotlight. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan po nakokontrol po natin yung energy and yung crowd. Okay? Yun po yung pinaka-goal po talaga. So, it's best, it starts pa rin with your modulation tone po sa voice natin. Alright? And last and next is think positively. And thinking positive, kasi at the end of the day, ang key pa rin, no, the key pa rin in a good and effective public speaking is confidence. Kasi if you are confident, if you're positive, diba, visualize mo na, guys. Ito importante talaga to in public speaking. And ako, even as a host, binivisualize ko na ang daming pumapalakpak, na masaya sila sa speech ko, di ba, na marami sila natutunan, na engaging yung crowd. Ini-imagine ko na yun. Kasi the reason why we have fear on public speaking is because we have the fear of the unknown. Hindi kasi natin alam anong pwedeng mangyari. And second, because may fear tayo na mapahiya. May fear tayo na magkamali. Right? Tama. Pero if you have the positive mindset na that you will kumbaga mapupull off mo yung buong speech mo or yung buong training mo or yung buong hosting gig mo. So definitely everything follows with the positive mindset. Okay? And cope with your nerves. So ano ibig sabihin yan? Kailangan be intentional talaga, no, to really loosen up the tension. Right? If possible, bago ka sumalang in presentation, yan, tama nga sabi ni Coach Cardin, do your vocalization. Diba? Yung, kilala nyo si Sharpay ng High School Musical. Diba bago sumalang yun sa stage, anong ginagawa niya? Woo! Woo! Diba? Ganon-ganon yun. So, pwede nyo gawin yun. O kaya, ako in my case, I also I love yoga. So I also do deep breathing, 'di ba? So para din ma-ease or matanggal yung mga tension natin. So para mas ano tayo, mas ready and prepared mind and body natin in doing our speaking engagement. All right? And lastly, watch a recording of your speeches. So right after your maybe your part or your speech or what not. So, panoorin nyo siya and ask for feedback. So, always accept, kumbaga, constructive criticism. So, especially ito guys if you want to be a host sa Intensity, alam nyo po ba dati, nung hindi pa virtual, sobrang strict ng hosting. Okay. Literal, right after sumalang ang host, magmamam kami ng mga host, magkakaroon kami ng cuddle. Tapos alam niyo po ba, lahat ng mga host magbibigay ng feedback sa'yo. Ganun, literal, ang hosting dati. Diba? So hopefully, no, ngayon, Coach Ruth and Carlene, diba? So sana, no, gawin natin siya ulit. Gusto niya ba yun? So grabe, magbibigay lahat ng feedback, ikot yan. Sasabihin lahat ng need for improvement mo. At least you're learning, tama? No, alam mo, masyadong manipis yung boses mo doon. Ay, mga ganyan. Alam mo, masyadong mahaba yung sinabi mo doon. Okay na ba, i-cut na? Ganon. So, you need to really have to accept constructive criticism. Ngayon, sa virtual, up until now, even marami na akong beses nag-host sa HIT, binabalikan ko po talaga yung recording. OC. Binabalikan ko talaga yung recording, tinitignan ko kung nakasmile ba ako. Importante yan yung itsura natin, yung appearance natin. Tinitignan ko or pinakikinggan ko kung marami ba ako mga fillers. Ano yung mga fillers? Yung mga like, yung mga anything na distracting. Mga fillers, no? Natin, yung mga unnecessary words. Yung yan, yan, very important, no? Kasi pag pinakinggan mo ulit, yung mga recordings mo, dun mo marirealize na, hindi pala maganda. So, babawasan mo, magiging intentional ka ngayon to remove, literal, hindi lang lessen, tanggalin lahat yung mga fillers talaga natin. Kaya, or naman, kung ayaw mo na paulit-ulit na fillers at kinakabahan ka talaga, ako, ang technique ko, dapat iba-iba, palit-palitan mo. Para hindi distracting. Right? So, kaya kasi ako, marami rin po akong fillers like right, agree, tama. Yung tama, dati puro tama yung presentation ko. Pero pinalitan ko siya ng mga mas appropriate na words. Alright? So, yun lang. And siguro last, no, I want to end our training with a story. So, okay lang ba ako naman yung magkukwento? So, alam niyo ba yung kwento ng prinsesa at ng kanyang kaharian? Diba? So, alam ba? Type 1 naman kung alam mo yung kwento ng prinsesa. 2 kung hindi. Right naman, mukhang hindi acme yung mga tao dito. No? So, yan. So, yung kwento ng prinsesa. So, may isa daw prinsesa. Right? So, yung prinsesa na to, hinahanapan siya ng prinsipe na pwedeng niyang pakasalan. And sabi nung hari, sino man, no, ang makatapos ng mga pagsubok or makatapos ng mga trials and everything na ipapagawa ng hari, right, ay mapapangasawa yung prinsesa at makukuha niya yung lahat ng kaharian. Grabe, no? So, lahat ng kaharian makukuha basta, 'di ba, makapasa sa lahat ng mga pagsubok na ibibigay ng hari. Okay? So ngayon, lahat ng mga kalalakihan, no, lahat ng mga makikisig, no, na mga prinsipe sa iba't ibang sulok ng right? Pumunta nung nagpatawag ang hari, in-announce niya sa buong lugar, no, na naghahanap sila ng prinsipeng mapapangasawa ng prinsesa. Right? And not knowing, pagka dating nila doon sa hari, may isang mahabang river. So, dun sa river na yon, sabi ng hari, 'di ba? Sino man ang lalaking makatawid dito sa river na to, siya ang mapapangasawa ng prinsesa. Ang dami, nag-volunteer. Sige, alangoy lang naman river. Sige, tatawid tayo. Pero nagulat sila lahat nung pagdating nila sa harap ng river. Marami palang ano yun? Pirana, maraming pirana, maraming shark, merong mga may dumi ng mga hayop. So ibig sabihin nakakatakot at nakakadire, no, yung river na yun. Alright? So in short, ang dami nag-back out. Naku, ayoko niyan, hindi ko kaya yan. Naku, ang hirap niyan. Sige, dito na lang ako, nakakatakot naman, dalanguyin yan. Diba? Pero alam niyo ba, nagulat na lang one time, biglang plok! May tumalon! Diba? Sinong tumalon? Si Juan. Diba? Tumalon si Juan, nagulat yung hari. Oh, naku, meron ng tumalon. Eh, nagulat sila, ang bilis ni Juan lumangoy dun sa river. Wala siya talagang paspasan. Lumangoy siya. O, paglangoy niya, right? At tuwang-tuwa sa kanyang hari, niyakap siya agad. Pero ang sabi ni Juan, Sino? Sino yung tumulak sa akin dito sa river na to? Diba? Ibig sabihin, no? Tinulak pala si Juan. Hindi niya pala gusto lumangoy. Pero anong moral ng lesson? Right? Moral ng lesson? Naging hari si Juan. Diba? So, kidding aside, no, nakuha niya lahat, no, ng kaharian ni Juan. Just because tinulak siya. Just because, no? Imagine mo tayo sometimes in public speaking, sa presentation, kung ano man, pag nag-lead tayo ng mga meetings ng mga ma'am, right? Minsan tinutulak lang naman din tayo ng uplines natin, tama ba? Minsan tinutulak lang naman tayo ng cross lines natin, no? Right? Pero the moment na tayo mismo tinulak at nagpatulak, ano gagawin natin? Wala naman na tayong choice eh. Gagalingan naman na rin naman natin eh. Parang si Juan, nilangoy na rin naman niya yung river. Namatay ba siya? Di ba hindi? Right? Pero nagwagi siya, nanalo siya, nakuha niya yung karian. So same goes with us. Hindi naman nakakamatay po ang public speaking. Along the way, we're going to learn so much from it. It's a very beautiful process. Right? So kailangan lang po talaga natin to really man up, have the courage to do ano yung kailangan. And syempre, to learn about it. Okay? Kaya nga, thank you so much to everyone for participating and for listening. I hope no, marami po talaga tayo natutunan in this training. Magpatulak lang po tayo parang timan. Thank you so much, guys. Ayan.
Ayun, grabe. So, natulak lang din ako at this moment. Para mag-closing, ayan, makicommute na lang po sa mga co-host natin dyan. Ayan, thank you so much, Coach Regine, no? So, grabe, naka-momentum yung team niya right now, pero pinagbigyan niya tayo, no? Kahit sobrang busy niya. And Coach Regine talaga isa sa person na I look up to nung before pa nung sa Wednesday Hit talaga. So yung tinitingnan ko yan yung mga yan yung mga talagang host ng Wednesday Hit, and sabi ko grabe ang gagaling naman ng mga to, no? So I'm looking forward din for myself to be one. No, kaya and I want to congratulate everyone then here, no, for being intentional kasi ibig sabihin na nandito kayo, you're being intentional in growing yourself. And this is one thing na I like most about Yasana kasi it's holistic growth. Diba? So hindi lang tayo income, no? Talagang personality development lahat, no? All in all. And ang dami kong nasulat. Kay Coach Regine, ang dami kong na-remind and natutunan ko, no? So yung first doon, wala talaga nag-start naman na magaling na siya. So para lang siyang kuwari umuulan, di ba ayaw mong maligo? Pero the moment na ibinuhos mo na, di ba yung first na sa tabo, di ba? And the moment na inopen mo na yung shower, that's it. Dire-diretso na. 'Di ba? So ganun lang din ang public speaking. No, once na na-try mo na siya once, can do it na again and again, and you improve as you go. 'Di ba? So yung second, non-verbal. So we should be talaga aware of this, yung mga non-verbal natin, no. So mannerism, 'di ba? So parang ganyan ka nang ganyan. Mannerism tsaka yung mga fillers. Pero for me nangyayari lang yung fillers kapag hindi mo master yung slides mo or yung talagang presentation. Diba? Kapag hindi mo talaga siya master. Kailangan na master mo siya. And ito, ang ganda nito, speak from the heart. Be sincere and truthful. Diba? And sabihin mo yung name ng mga nasa Zoom kasi music to their ears talaga yan. Di ba? Kahit naman sino, di ba? Pag naririnig mo yung pangalan, pag tinawag ka, it's music to your ears, di ba? Be a storyteller. Lahat ng mga talagang top income earners, lahat ng mga nagsasucceed dito sa Yosana in this kind of industry, magagaling talaga silang storyteller. And record and watch your recording. Talaga, dun mo makikita. No? And yun, ask for feedback. No? For growth. Doon manggagaling yung growth natin. Di ba? Ang dami kong natutunan and na-remind ako. So kung yan, may mga natutunan din kayo, you can type in sa chat box, no? And nandyan pa ba kayo? Pwede yung paggalawin yung baso. Kung nandyan pa kayo. Or heart react naman dyan, if you can really open your cameras, no? You can heart react para lang maramdaman ko pa rin yung presence ninyo. And show your love for Coach Regine. And right now, ayan, pwede ba ako maki-co-host Coach Regine? Ayan. Siyempre naman, no? Okay na ba? Sige po. Mag-share lang ako ng screen. Ayaw ba? Nandyan po ba?
Wait. Hello, Coach. Wait lang, naghang ko yung laptop ko eh.
Ay, sige.
Wait lang, Coach. Nagpuwasok ko sa ibang device.
Ayan, yung iba ba? Pwede kayong mag-type ninyo ng mga talagang kahit one word lang or one-liner na talagang nag-stuck sa inyo this morning. Yeah. Ayun! Ayan, syempre, hindi natin pala ang morning na to without. Ayan. Wait lang. Nakikita niyo na yun. Ayan. This certificate of appreciation is hereby presented to Miss Regine Santos for sharing her expertise and wisdom during our event, Power Minutes with the topic Public Speaking, held on October 1, 2021, signed by Yosana Silver Directors and malapit na din maging Gold Directors, Coach Roy, Lodi Coach Roy, and Coach Mikey Cubos. Ayan. Picture naman tayo, Coach Regine.
Ayan, sorry, nawala yung laptop ko. Nasira,
Yes, laban lang. Spotlight natin si Coach Regine.
Okay lang ba?